Dear Dad, I am a man, and you look like a man on the outside, but those of us who could see realize you have been a fraud. Sure, you make good money, support your family, you have some cool toys, and you seem to be able to work a room, but we know you've been faking it. Many are fooled by you, but your family isn't fooled by who you really are. Honestly, it really doesn't matter what I think, because I have done some of the same things as you. What ultimately matters is what God thinks. His judgment, wrath, love, and grace are all going to fall on you. When I look at you, I don't think of Joseph or David in their good years. I think of Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't think of Esther putting her own life on the line for her people. In fact, you are the opposite. Proverbs talks about men like you over and over again, and you need to be confronted. So here I am as your son, asking you to repent. Seriously, get on your knees, cry, wail, or whatever. You have been proud and deceitful long enough. You can fool most people most of the time, but God knows. Your behavior tells me that your belief in the death, burial, and resurrection doesn't seem to go very deep. You also think people don't know who you really are. You think that you can hide from God and His wrath, His justice, love, and grace. Once you repent, I encourage you to do yourself a favor. Get right with God. Don't try to perform. You perform all the time and you only fool yourself. I don't think you are even fooling yourself anymore. You don't need to perform for God to love you. Start by apologizing to God and ask Him to transform your life. Then, go to each person in your family and apologize and repent. Don't tell them you will never do it again. They have heard that before. Turn from your behavior. If you need, throw your computer out the window. Come into the light. It's time. After you have apologized to your family, go to your pastor. Open yourself up to some other men. And please tell Mom, your wife, to do the same. You have dragged her through the mud for long enough. Encourage her to talk to someone about the damage you have done. Whatever else you're into that is sin, confess it with a brother. Turn away from it and practice being real. Ask God where you can humble yourself before Him. Reread the scriptures about leading your family. I'm sure this is difficult to hear. I don't need to condemn you anymore because I know by now you feel really condemned. I realize you carry a lot of pain. I can see it. God knows exactly what it is. He can help you deal with it. What happened to you is unacceptable. However, it did happen, and God can and will help you slowly walk through it. When I heard you say childhood stuff doesn't affect you today, I disagree. The way you drown yourself in pornography and alcohol communicates that it does affect you still. You have now passed on your pain to your family. We have been negatively impacted. You are in denial and don't even know you are lying. The Bible talks about having a hard heart. Stop hearing only and start repenting. Pharaoh was destroyed with his hard heart, and I love you too much to withhold these things from you. Please, Dad, deal with your pain.